That's right. Merry Christmas from the Dice Tower. Folks, my name is Tom Vasel, and I'm the lead reviewer on the Dice Tower. And today we're going to be taking a look at Christmas gifts that you can get for your family. In particular, what games should you get for your family? Here's 5 of them. Hey folks, family games are an important thing. They're an important tradition in my life. My family played games when I was a kid, and I play games with my kids. I think family games are a big deal. But when I look at family games, these aren't necessarily kids' games. These are games that hopefully the whole family can play and have a good time with a wide variety of ages. So the first game we're going to take a look at today is Forbidden Desert. Forbidden Desert is a cooperative game in which you're actually not playing against other people. Instead, you're all working together against the game. What's happened is you've crashed in the desert, which is not a good thing, with your fellow people. And what you need to do is you need to find parts of a mythical flying machine. You find these parts and put them together, and you have an airplane to fly away. The problem is that sandstorms are going to be coming through the desert, and so you'll be running out of water, which is always a terrible thing. And so you're working together. Each player has a special role that they can take, something that that gives them a special ability. Maybe they can move through sandstorms easier. Maybe they're someone who can carry water. Maybe they can move faster. And it's very fun, designed by Matt Leacock. This is an excellent game that works really well, easy to understand rules, a great idea, Forbidden Island. The next game that we're going to be talking about is one that I actually don't have here, but this is an older version of it called Carcassonne. But now we're going to look at a newer version, Carcassonne Winter. Carcassonne Winter is basically a redone version of the original Carcassonne, with the differences being, well, just how it looks. It looks like a winter wonderland, which again makes it a good Christmas gift. If you've not played Carcassonne before, essentially the game works in such a way that you will have these tiles, and on your turn you will draw a tile, and you're going to place those tiles so that they connect with other tiles on the board. You'll be building cities, and you'll be building meadows, and you'll be building roads across the board, and then you'll be placing little guys that you have called meeples on top of these to control them. It's very easy, and as the game progresses, you're going to see a big, map emerge with cities and roads connecting those. And the new artwork for the Winter Edition is really beautiful. This is a very easy game to get into. It's fun as everyone sits around. You're able to help each other and say maybe that should go there, unless of course you're a mean person and say that it should go somewhere that's maybe not so optimal for them. But of a fast, fun game. This is a game that's been around now for over a decade and has just been doing really well. This is just a nice new version of it, and it's great for families. Another game I mentioned the first one, a cooperative game. Let me tell you about another cooperative game now, and that's Escape, Curse of the Temple. Escape, Curse of the Temple, as I said, it's another cooperative game, but this is a kind of a crazy one because it's timed. It's 10 minutes long. In Escape, you are in a temple. Think Indiana Jones or Lara Croft. All of you are together, and you're all trying to escape at the same time. And it has a soundtrack with it that plays for 10 minutes. And so it's making jungle noises and sounds that you're listening to when you're trying to get out of there. And it ramps up. And what you'll be doing is you'll be rolling dice as fast as you can, using these dice to move from room to room, and maybe to put different idols in various places that you can open doors or complete different checks. And at certain points, you have to all run back to the room because doors are slamming shut, which might make you lose some dice. It's a fast, frenetic game, a game that just really does well. The soundtrack really evokes the feeling of being in this, and it is a guaranteed 10-minute game. It's one that people want to play over and over again, has that cooperative feel, but at the same time, that pressure of the time limit, and I think will leave you a very fun thematic experience. That's Escape, Curse of the Temple. Then, a game that I recommend probably almost every year and probably will continue to recommend is Ticket to Ride. Now here I have one of the versions of Ticket to Ride Europe, but there are many of them. Ticket to Ride. Now, if you already have Ticket to Ride, you might be interested in the fact that they're always coming out with new maps. There's a Netherlands map that just came out. There's Africa, India, Asia, all sorts of maps for Ticket to Ride. If you've never played Ticket to Ride or one of its siblings, this is Ticket to Ride Europe. Ticket to Ride is a game in which you play on a map of whatever the region is that you're on, and you'll be drawing cards, the train cards of different colors. Think of this almost as an extension of Rummy, because you'll be drawing these cards and getting sets, and when you get a certain number of cards, you will play those cards and place trains on the board connecting different cities to each other. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be getting tickets to connect different cities on a board. Perhaps if you're playing America, you need to connect New York to Miami, or you need to connect Las Vegas to Denver. Whatever the connections are, if they're short connections, they'll be worth few points. If they're long connections, they'll be worth more. And different cities have different colors between them, so you need to use wit and strategy to not only connect your cities to get points, but maybe to block other people from connecting their cities. And you also get points just for putting trains on the boards. It's a very easy game. You only have 3 different things that you can do on your turn, but a game that can really be full of tension and fun. It's also available online if you'd like to give that one a try. That's Ticket to Ride. The last game we're going to talk about today just came out. In fact, it may not be available yet, but should be available any day now, and that's Rampage. Rampage is a game that is, if you remember, Rampage was a computer game 15, 20 years ago where you were monsters and climbed up buildings and ate people. Well, that's the exact same thing here. Each person is a monster. And this is a game that the whole family will enjoy because it's up to 4 players, and your players will sit around and you will be attacking and trying to eat little people, the little meeples that are available, the same ones from Carcassonne actually, and to attack them, you will be blowing them down. Really, off your thing. You will be shooting buses, flicking buses, and throwing them and trying to knock down both buildings and knock down the other monsters. You have the opportunity, when a building is built, to drop your creature onto that building and crush it. And to move around, you're flicking discs all over the board. It is a hilarious, silly game. It really gives you the idea of smashing through a city. Of course, it's all kind of abstracted. Again, these aren't real people who are getting eaten by the monsters, and the monsters are cute. And it really brings out, it's just silly fun. From flicking discs to dropping things to blowing and watching buildings collapse. Everyone likes to make things fall down. And this does that exact feel, but also provides you with a framework. The game even comes with cards that give your monsters special abilities and ways to, something that unique that you can do that no one else has. So this is a really great game, and I've never yet failed to see this one make a splash. Even when you're playing it, people will crowd around and say, what's going on? So this is a great one for the holiday. So, Rampage, an excellent game. And that's it, folks. I hope that you enjoy those. All these games you can find at CoolStuffInc.com. They have great prices on games delivered all over the world. So if you're interested in that, you can check them out. Until next time, my name's Tom Vasel. This is Ruby, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. See ya.